He is hot enough. All right.
Yeah, Tripper, you gotta go anywhere? Gotta do anything?
Be good.
Or
Be
all
good,
right,
Boo.
so we will jump back in.
Yeah, sorry that.
so
Yeah, that was so stupid.
Tilby is asleep. And Vargor, you jump into the water, and you didn't notice it before, really, because you were going in out of more tension and necessity of this thing being in the water than sort of just leisurely being able to explore around. But the water feels almost more viscous than it should, almost as if you're swimming through snot. And you see, like, at the dark end of the room, as you like look around, but taking some time looking for these sort of leeches. First off, you realize like you can breathe underwater, which is odd.
just like
what. And second off, you see at the dark end of the room, there's a underwater cavern or passage that stretches further down. The darkness that sort of like consumes around it is almost as if it's like rows of spectators watching you waiting.
Huh. So I just get up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you break surface.
Zandrick,
Yes? What's going on?
we can breathe. And I just go back down.
Yes, we... Oh, he means that. Okay. Yeah. And I'm like, of course we can fucking breathe. Yeah. I jump in after him. My clothes already far beyond soiled.
Yeah, the same thing. Like when you hit the water, it's far thicker, like on impact, and then as you're swimming through it, it's like effort to push through more so than it would usually be. But as you guys like swim around, you slowly grow more and more accustomed to it. It's not crazily thicker than water; it's just slightly too thick.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Probably something to do with these creatures like living down here and their mucus just like perpetually spreading and like saturating into the water.
Yeah. Yeah, so I just I'm just in the water. I'm waiting for Xandrick. Did Xandrick jump in?
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
Yeah,
Nice.
I'm right behind you. Mm-hmm.
You see as he jumps in, like just sort of like a small cloud of dirt, as his cloak like slowly, like the dirt and filth that is like accumulated in it is just like floating off into the water. Yeah, dispersing around.
Yeah, yeah, and I just look at him and I just like, and I point down to the cavern at the bottom, the dark, and I'm gonna start swimming towards it.
I'm gonna try speaking Aquan. I'm just gonna try talking, basically underwater.
Yeah. Yeah, you start talking underwater, and you can actually like, and it sounds sort of like, like
underwater
bubbles
noises.
with like this sort of like weird clicking like tongue noises.
Yeah.
That sort of like resonate through the water faster. But you find Vargor surprisingly that both this travels like quite far when Xandrick's doing it, and that you can understand him.
Well, no need to yell, Xandrick.
And
that also like bounces around like further than it would, just because water carries the sound like much further than it would on land.
Yeah. I'm gonna send him a message, actually. Just that. Funnily enough, I was not speaking very loudly when I said that. We would probably want to be a little. We'll probably want to use our ability to speak underwater in this different tongue sparingly.
Well, Kai's asking how sound traveling further underwater. It definitely does, because the particulates are closer together. Basically, that's how it works. They're more spread out in air, so the vibrations of sound waves bouncing off of like air particles. That's why like whale calls can be heard from like really far away. Also, because they're like ridiculously loud, but. They travel through water. Sound travels through water like really far. Just doesn't travel very loud. But yeah. So you guys are swimming around.
While I'm swimming,
you send him this with message.
You
sent him this with message, right, Xander?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
What did you send?
Everything I just said. Basically.
Yeah, about being quieter underwater.
Yeah.
Just not using the language unless it's necessary.
Yeah, and I'll just send back to him. Tilby warned me that there were more creatures down here. Potential slaves of the creature that we slayed before.
Yeah. I just keep following you along
Yeah.
because that was the response.
So yeah, we will swim along and let's try and figure out what we see. What do we see, Rubly?
Okay.
Doobster.
So yeah, you leave like the blue emanating light as you head down into the sort of darker recesses of this cavern towards this passage. And you're now relying solely on your dark vision, which for some reason in this space is limited down to 30 feet. But you see this passage, this sort of section of the cave, doesn't resemble any of the other parts that you've been in, really. Around here, the walls are far more smooth, and it's, though not entirely spherical, it has much more of a consistent sort of tube-like shape than any of the others. And it's the section above looks far more sort of like has jagged rocks and maybe like some stalactites, that sort of thing. Down here, it's just like a sort of smooth tube. If you would like to, one of you could roll me a nature. Actually, Vargil, you can roll me a nature check because you've discussed something relevant to this before. This is a very niche roll, so.
You want me to roll what?
A nature check, please. So that's the intelligence nature roll. All right, 19. Yeah, you think that this might actually be essentially volcanic tubes that run underground that at one point carried magma.
Yeah, because how smooth they are.
Yeah, you go up to it and you see that there's like these sort of like pockmarked holes where bubbles would have at one point like formed and popped, sort of very specific to volcanic stone.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, I'll like mentally note that and then swimming. Because Xandric doesn't want us to speak, so.
But yeah, I gave you that roll because you mentioned something about volcanoes and being at one before, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, you will continue on, and you'll continue on for a few hours before reaching anything, like swimming through this sort of essentially.
Well, good thing we can breathe underwater, guys.
Hell yeah. And you eventually start hearing some voices in Auran in the distance.
Yeah, I just kind of like put my hand up.
It was echoing this way.
And I'm gonna look at Xandric and so is it just only a smooth tube?
Essentially.
Are there any bubbles that would be big enough? Can I look for any bubbles that would be big enough to hide one of us in?
Roll me a luck check.
Alrighty.
So just a D20. I'll have you beat a 12 on this. So
no,
unfortunately not. Yeah, no. Most of the bubbles are sort of like small and compact. Maybe like the largest one is perhaps a foot across diameter.
I'm gonna point at Vargal as he seems to be looking around. We both heard the noise, right? The voices. Yeah, I'm gonna point at him. Do you seek to be hidden?
I motion for him to come to me.
Yeah, you can respond in 25 words whenever he sends you one of those.
Yep.
Yeah, so I just swim over. I swim over to him,
and I'll put a hand on maybe your upper arm as you're swimming toward me, and I will cast invisibility at level 3, and we are both invisible.
Okay, cool. With that, since you're also trying to hide, I'm assuming you guys are gonna like press up against the wall.
Yeah.
I'm gonna spread out. I'm gonna swim across the opposite side from him.
Cool. Yep.
Okay, so I would like both of you to
wall.
roll me stealth rolls.
Stealth.
Ooh,
baby, I just got it right.
That
Nice.
20, nah. That was
We
a
have
really
pretty
low
good
roll,
stealth.
except I got a 13 stealth.
We both got pretty moderately low rolls, but
Okay.
good mods.
So
Yeah. That moment when I look and I'm like, oh, you only got a 7, but it doesn't matter. A 7's still gonna be always good.
Yeah.
I'm going to just roll the main 2. So.
Very goody wrong, old.
Yeah, and you see as along this tunnel, you see almost predator-like, like a shark. This horrific, large blue creature. Most of its body making up its long tail with these two giant fins coming out the back. It has spines coming along its back. In one hand, it seems to hold a sort of gnarled harpoon with a chain with like various barnacles growing across it. Its face, this sort of like has these four like, catfish-like tentacles coming out from it, and its arms and shoulders covered in these sort of spined fins as well, as it sort of like is keeping very narrow and low, looking around for you. But it can't seem. Neither of them can seem to spot you. You're about to like go moving and like continue on, and then you see another group, another one of these, but this time with 6 what are essentially mermaids swimming behind it, and they just swim right past you. So yeah, you swim on past. You can roll me a perception check if you like.
Sure.
For what? Or just in general?
Actually, yeah, I was just going to say.
Oh yeah, 11.
Passive may be apt. Passive may be apt here.
Okay. I mean,
what's your passive, Sandra?
11.
My passive is 12.
11. Okay, yeah. You both notice that they have these rusted chains around their arms that seem to not the 2 main ones, but all of the mermaids have these rusted like chains around their arms that are sort of constricting them just enough so that they're able to swim. So it's sort of like the max breadth of their arms that is sort of like chained together. And the intimidating one who's like swimming in front of them seems to be holding a chain in his hand.
Yeah. I just kind of like, I perk my eyebrow. Not that Xander can see this, but it's just like, I see what this is. So, oh God, do we help or do we not help? Yeah, we can't really communicate.
These come like swimming past, so I'll say you guys are like, yeah. So this is where you've sort of like seen the scenario.
Do we help or do we not help? Because we don't always have to fight, but
no.
Mer people might be useful.
Maybe. What do the leaders look like vaguely? Just bigger versions of the Mer people?
The bigger ones were the ones I described.
Okay. Yeah, they're like sharky, harpoony.
The other ones I don't have to to because everybody knows what a mermaid looks like.
Okay, so they actually look like mermaids. Gotcha.
Yes,
okay.
Essentially.
Okay.
They're blue-skinned. They have the only difference from what you might be thinking is that they're completely blue-skinned and they have their hair, as opposed to being hair, is made up of basically these fins.
Okay, well, God. I know what Xandric's gonna do.
For a better picture, and this will probably give away what this is to Bajan, even though he probably already knows, I will just drop that there for you guys. That's the big guys.
Yep. Okay, cool. That's kind of how I was debating imagining them, but then you said shark, and then that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Nice.
God, they're terrifying.
it was shark-like movements.
Okay, cool. Okay. Yep. No, that's all good.
Well, this is one of those opportunities where I can't see what Xandric's doing because he's invisible, but if I decide to go after this one, I would just like to sneak up on this one.
Okay. Yeah, so you start sneaking towards it.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Rolled pretty low. Rolled a 2. What is my life?
Luckily, they rolled a 13 and a 1 on their perception checks. Their active perception checks they're using to look around for you. So, even with the 2, it's not a nat 1, so you're okay.
Wow.
You swim up to it, and you're sort of like haunting its steps below. You're moving slower than it. So if you wanted to act, you would have to act. You would have to make a decision now.
I'm going to.
I will allow you to make me a perception check if you would like to sort of like, just to give you the opportunity to see Vargul, so that you could act if you wanted to like basically stop him from doing something if you would like to do that. Because I don't know what your intention is here. So
here's the thing, Xander. I would, but that thing I said Xandric was doing was nothing. So
okay.
Xandric is sidling up against the wall, and he's assuming Vargul's doing the same. So.
Oh but the perception check is basically me saying, like me giving the opportunity to see that he's not doing the same.
Okay, certainly, yeah.
Like just to notice that he's not doing the same.
No.
Okay, yeah, you don't notice that he's not doing the same. Yeah. So you've started up along it, and you realize since this thing is moving maybe 10 feet faster than you per 6 seconds, you realize that you have to act now if you're going to act. And so now
Yep.
is your time. So you're going to try and stab it?
Yeah, so I'm going to try and stab it, which is
And this is
going to
regular
get
invisibility,
an-
yes?
Yep. Regular invisibility.
Yeah, so this is going to get an assassinate and a sneak attack.
Yeah, so as you
Jesus
stab up,
Christ.
you see all of the...
Jason Bourne.
Xandric, you first see this thing writhe, and as you see it writhe about... because you're going to hit, let's be honest. Roll with advantage.
No.
Oh, roasted! Holy
Wait a
God.
minute. Hey, guess fucking what, boys?
I mean, I do have what's it called? Inspiration, so...
Oh, okay.
yeah,
You
I'm
didn't
gonna use
see... If you were going to bend luck, you didn't see him make the attack.
I'm going to use inspiration,
point.
dude, because
Good
I
point.
have
Thank
So you
inspiration.
missed it, so...
That is a good point.
Yeah.
There we go, 16, lovely.
16. Alright. Yeah, so as you stab up, and this will be a
bad
crit.
shit.
I'm rolling so
if it
bad
hits-
these days, guys.
Yes. Fortunately, that hits it, and you get it right into the sort of stomach, and since it's moving as well, you use some of that momentum to start slicing down as if you're carving sushi. And in that moment, it sort of rides about, and Xandric, you see the mermaids like react in shock, and you see as it rides about, you see Vargil basically like hanging on underneath, now revealed.
And what's assassinate
These
damage?
guys are actually a bit bigger. Not that big, but they're bigger than they look.
How much is assassinate damage?
Crit.
So you roll another d8.
Okay.
You just crit basically if you get the hit on him, and this is this will be the surprise round because even Xandric is surprised. So
Yeah.
after this, we roll initiative. So you do 20 damage plus how much? Plus a d8.
I'm gonna, yeah.
Sorry, plus a.
And then roll sneak attack again. Also.
Yeah, and then roll sneak attack
Big
again.
boy. Big
Nice.
And I
let me
can,
see what's
and if
going
I
on.
want, I can attack again, but I'll let him do the initiative thing first because I can attack multiple times.
Yeah. I'm just gonna roll his health.
Do you want me to attack again?
Yes, because it's surprise
Okay.
round.
Yeah. So I'm going to.
So this is
attack.
no longer. He is no longer considered like surprised because you.
So that's a 12. I'm gonna
Nice.
apply what's it called to that stunning strike.
Let me. So 43. Oh no, you didn't do 43 damage. You did 23. You did 27. There you go.
27 plus 12, and there's a
Nice.
stunning strike on this man.
Plus 12. Yeah, and you have ruined this dude, right? So you like carve the section down like sushi, down his sort of fin, and then as he like turns around, like whipping around trying to get at you with his harpoon, you just shove the dagger right like into his gills with the second attack.
Oh,
And
Ugh.
you do that. So yeah, stunning strike. So he needs to make a con save, which he fails.
nice.
And as you get it right into his gills, you just like twist the dagger, pull it out, and then like his body just starts sort of like going limp and floating as the mermaids start kind of like the merfolk start like freaking out behind him.
Hopefully not too loudly, because if this was all good and he was stunned, his buddy may not know,
Yes, may not
which
be
would
the
be
keyword.
pretty fucking sick, boy.
So
Fingers crossed, my dude.
if everyone can roll me initiative, please. So that's the dude you were attacking.
Nice.
That's the other dude rolling the same amount.
Sorry, I should have clicked on myself.
That's
Yeah,
fine.
do
I
that.
can add you. I just need to move that guy out of the way.
Yeah,
There you
boy.
Get Boyd.
So yeah, I guess you would notice at this point, Xandric, because there would be blood dripping out of this man.
Uh-huh.
And also
Or this man.
Vargil was visible after the first attack.
Yeah.
So
Yes, this ocean man.
you as soon as you make an attack, you drop out of invisibility. So
Oh shit.
so yeah, as soon as like the dagger hit him the first time, you became like your form like shimmered in the water and you became visible. I'm going to roll these guys initiative. 5. Nice.
I wouldn't have done anything if they didn't have prisoners, man. But it's just like,
prisoners,
Nah.
man.
Nah, B.
yeah,
So-
yeah. I'm not about that prisoner life.
That's on you, Boo.
Xandric, you see Vargil
Ah.
basically appear beneath this thing as it rides about, as he's like holding on basically by one of his longer daggers, and then he stabs it directly into its neck, and the thing goes limp and stops moving. You're not sure if it's dead or not.
Okay. The one that he has stabbed profusely?
Because it's stunned, so it's literally just like
Okay, I'm not sure if it's dead
It's
or not.
all of its joints. You know, all of its joints are tightened, but you've heard about corpses doing that when they die.
Okay, cool. Actually, I am
So
honestly a lot more
it's give
worried
or
about
take
that
whether
one.
he's alive or dead. Yeah.
What is that one? Is that one noticing? Is that one like...
He has not yet. I can tell you that.
Okay. Well. Oh god. Oh goodness. What am I to do? Oh, I know what I'm gonna do. I'd like to, if I may. This guy has a chain that leads to all of these dudes.
He has a chain which leads to these two, and then these two have chains. This one leads to that one, leads to that one. This one has chains leads to that one, that one. Yeah. So they're basically like two lions. If you imagine sort of like huskies, but like behind him.
Of course. Is there some kind of linking ring or anything that is attached to the whatever chain he's holding that links these two?
He's literally holding it, right?
Oh, I'm just wondering, is he only like, does he have one chain that is connected to the two chains that goes out here?
Yes, he's holding onto a ring which is connected to the two chains.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Do
so
I
he has
see
it
the
in
ring?
his hand, sort of.
Yeah.
Thing. Yes, you do.
Would
you
I
notice
be-
he has like a white knuckle grip around it as he's just
Okay.
like
Would I be able
drifting, currently
to
slowly floating in the upwards direction?
Would I be able to like basically ray of frost to try to sort of destroy that linking ring and basically get all of them give all of them the freedom to move? Would that be feasible?
Yes, though at your angle right now, if you roll nat 1, you may hit the mofo in front of you. But other than that,
okay, I'm okay with moving. I'm invisible, so
yep.
I'm actually probably gonna want to move like here.
Where do you want to be on the Z plane? How close?
Yeah,
guess
that's a question. The more I think about it, actually, I think I'd probably be of more use if I just hit the motherfucker with the spell. Yeah, I'll just go ahead and like swim. I'll swim beneath him with the rest of my movement if there's enough room below him.
Yeah, there should be.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Like you might get kicked by Vargul if Vargul doesn't see you, but he's not going to do anything about it.
All right. Yeah, I won't get too close to Vargul. But in such a place where if I shoot a ray at him, there's a negligible chance of me hitting Vargul. Obviously, there's always the chance, but yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah. I'm just gonna shoot him with the ray of frost then.
Yeah. You have advantage.
Oh fuck yeah, because I'm invisible.
And because he's frozen.
He's stunned.
He's
yeah.
frozen.
Yeah.
Yep.
So double advantage. Yeah.
Oh boy.
21 will definitely hit.
Sweet. Big D.
Nice.
Nice.
So yeah. Essentially, half of that damage is going to break the chain. Sorry, 10 of that damage is going to break the chain.
Okay.
The link in his hand.
Okay.
Which means the Ray of Frost still has more damage to give, which goes into his arm, freezing one of his hands.
Uh-huh.
As the chain breaks and the moment you start to pull it away, his hand becomes almost frozen in ice. And as the mermaids pull against it, it just snaps off at the wrist. And this guy is dead.
Yes.
Nice.
He did not have very much health left after that assassination
Fucking
round.
winner.
All right, so we'll put him to back now since he is dead. Fargle.
Well. Oh god. Let's just. Let's fucking.
When they come for you.
I'm gonna also try and assassinate this man. So
Oh my god.
I'm gonna go up and try and kill him. So I gotta sneak on him.
Yeah. So would you? If you want him to be surprised, you will still get assassinate even if he isn't. I think.
Yeah.
Because he hasn't acted yet in the turn order.
Yeah.
Which is how it works. But if you want to be sneaky, then just as a rogue, you can do that as your bonus action to like hide and then sneak up on him.
Nice.
But that's whether you want to do that.
Yeah. Well, actually, no. I'll just sneak up to him using sneak because I'd rather keep my bonus action to be able to do because key is bonus. So
Yeah,
I'd rather.
so you just
keep it for
swim.
key.
You swim at him, hoping he doesn't notice you, and yeah, that will hit. So you get your
That's a
assassinate.
stealth.
That's a stealth. No, you can't roll stealth unless you use the hide action
Oh.
as a bonus action. Like you can't
Gotcha,
you can't
gotcha.
sneak
Yeah, yeah.
unless.
But I would do that because if he's surprised by you, then you get to crit him.
Yeah. Okay, I'll do that then.
Yeah. There you go.
Sweet.
This
So-
brings back bad memories from yesterday. No, it doesn't. We're fine. These guys are
So
fine.
15.
15 will hit.
Advantage.
He is not wearing armor. He just has thick hide.
So it's a sneak
Yeah,
attack.
24 will especially hit.
Hi.
Yeah. So roll another D.
Yep,
D8.
D8.
Yep. Nice.
Fucking rat.
Oh, okay.
23 damage. Nice.
The Ryan's fun.
I mean, you say but that's still so much damage, Bishan.
23 damage. Jesus.
Here it is.
Yeah, you
It is.
deal him an extremely painful blow. As you stab this time, it just because you can't get like underneath him without him obviously seeing you. You go towards his back and just jab it down the side of his down his back.
That's 33 damage because I can attack with a dagger twice.
Yeah, you just yank it down his back, and with the other dagger, you put that into the same wound and just like start splitting his flesh at the back, and you kill him.
Oh! The combat of no
Wow.
strikes against us.
Wow. All that we lost was a level 3 spell slot, and we killed 2 motherfuckers.
And and I lost 1 key point.
That's amazing.
That's really good.
Yep.
Jeez.
When did you lose a key point?
I
stunning
used
strike.
it to stunning strike him, yeah.
Right.
Just because
Yeah,
I didn't
cool.
want him to be able to be like, no, like.
Yeah. All right, nice.
Yep.
Good job, guys.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
So the mermaids are sort of like rattling their chains, still unable to get loose from them right now. But one of them sort of like swims over towards you and starts bubbling. Thank you, strangers.
Oh.
I'm going to search mine for keys.
Yeah, go for
I'm-
it.
I'm
Oh.
Gwen. You don't look like servants of the old
No,
masters.
we are not. I am Zendrik, that is Vargal. We have come to do a job, and, well, all of you seem to be in a bit of a bind, so to speak, and, well, it would be wrong to simply leave it as such. So,
We were brought here from the surface long ago. I'm not sure how we're going to get back. But that isn't your worry. We thank you.
no.
She like turns back, and like the other 5 like are nodding profusely
Yeah, I just say,
because apparently nodding is a thing that it has happened to this culture as well.
oh my god.
Yeah.
Now, just wait a moment. It is perhaps no trouble of ours, but we do not know these canals as well as I'm sure you do. If you were to aid us, we could guarantee safe passage out. I have ways. I am a magic user of sorts.
There are no safe ways through these canals, as you refer to them.
Well,
Meanwhile, just for the audience,
Yeah.
like all this conversation is just like just these bubbling noises.
yep.
I'm still just looking for a key on this one.
Yeah. So roll me an investigation check.
Shit.
Investigation. Can I do intimidation? Because I'm good at those.
Yeah, unfortunately, you like rummage around. You find this harpoon, which looks like it might do some meaty damage. What's your strength?
My strength is 9. Not good.
Okay, yeah. So you wouldn't be able to like wield it effectively, but a stronger man might be able to.
Yeah.
I'm gonna search the one that's right below me. Hopefully.
Yeah, the one that's like slowly like it's not below you. It's like slowly rising. I just put it below you. So it
okay,
didn't
yeah, I'll
take
just
up
like
in that.
try to yank it, like
It's like
climb up
buoyancy
it.
is just having it just slowly float to the surface.
I'll climb up
I'm gonna
it.
swim over to Xandric and just. To be honest, I was hoping they'd put up more of a fight. It's like fighting peasants.
I'm not going to complain. But
I'm
you are your own man.
ashamed to admit that we were unable to try anything. So, thank you too, stranger.
Yeah, I just look at her and just sort of, give her a slight nod and just. Are there more of these weaklings about? Point at the dead fish man.
It's likely. You said you needed some help through these. Your friend called them canals. Where are you trying to get to? Why are you here?
Look over at Xander.
I'm just like,
Xandric, as you're searching the body, like three of the other like merfolk have floated up to you, and one of them is like just staring at you, very almost rudely, like curious, like a child at a zoo. And the other two are sort of beginning to rummage through the guy's belongings as well.
Okay.
You can have an investigation with advantage.
Sweet. Yeah.
Through him.
Absolutely. 20.
Nice. You find out of one of his pockets is dangling like a small crab claw, and when you upon further inspection, this is like essentially like a keychain. Like this crab claw is attached to like the back of a key.
Hell yeah, dude! Mud crab keychain. Oh yeah.
It's like a really small crab claw. It's like, you know, no bigger than like that big.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
And it's made out of Legos. There you go.
I'm gonna take it off, and just glance at the one who's just staring at me really rudely, like, what? Is my horn chipped? Alright, gun. Yeah, I just like reach down for the bracer.
They nod.
Click away.
They
at
like
him.
come over to you.
Yeah.
You start slowly, like basically working through them, helping them out, and a couple of them are obviously very intrigued by you in specific ways. A couple, like there's the one who's just rudely intrigued out of like sheer sort of curiosity, and then the other ones, like a couple of the other ones, maybe have more of a biological curiosity about you.
That's weird. But you know, that's okay. So is Xandric. I let it happen. It's fine.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm going around.
Like it's like two of them have like grabbed you by the arm, and they're starting to ask you things about like, where are you from on the surface?
A really shitty place. Don't worry about it. You should never go there.
Oh, please tell us more.
Yeah, I'm just like, well, okay then. Yeah, and
I'd still be like bitching about like just like stupid fish, not even worth a tattoo. Like, you know, just like angry that they put up a fight at all.
like,
Yeah.
yeah. Like normally, I feel like you'd want to take trophies from creatures you've killed, but these aren't even worth it.
These.
No, yeah, it's not even worth it. Yeah.
Like killing a fox.
So the one I guess the one who's been talking the most is still with you, Vargel, and she repeats the question. What are you searching for in these canals?
We're searching for whatever's in charge.
Well, Malik and they were in charge of us. Points over towards the like floating corpses with like blood slowly misting into the water.
I wouldn't worry about them for too much longer.
Are you looking for the ones like you? The mages?
Mages. Yes.
Yeah, you like swim over the other like four merfolk like swim after you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gosh.
They came through not long ago. They were building something down here and came across these caverns. If I take you there, you shouldn't encounter any more of us.
Okay. Are there more of you down here?
No doubt, but not down those tunnels.
All right. Well, take us as far as you feel comfortable, and we'll go on our own. If you can't fight, you're not used to us anyway.
I understand. She looks down, kind of forlorn. But yeah, Unless you guys would like to ask anything of these merfolk or anything like that.
Nothing specifically, but I will have lengthy conversations with whichever one is which of the curious ones.
Yes, there is. One sec, I have a list here.
Because Xandric really likes talking.
Yeah, two of them who are the most curious, like about you, are Galid and Cher, and they're going to basically talk with you in depth about where you come from, like what it's like, where you grew up, because the whole concept of running around on dirty streets, that sort of thing, is very foreign to them. Like what they ask you about, like what the currency is like where you grew up, and all these various things, just basically trying to get like a better idea of who you are.
Oh yeah.
And Vargil, you finally... It's odd, because although more sound is happening, less of it's being directed at you, so you get the odd moment of silence, which has been a rarity since you've been traveling with Xandric.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take the moment of peace and quiet. It's sort of a niceness. Just being a monk, I'm used to it probably, right? So it's kind of quiet. Yeah.
Yeah, and Quen, unless you would like to do anything else, Quen will show you another half an hour down the passage. There is a section which splits off into a smaller passage, maybe as opposed to the 25 foot diameter. This one is maybe 15-foot diameter. Sort of another tube that goes off in one direction.
Yeah.
Down there is where the mages came from. We don't know exactly where, because since they fought the masters, we haven't had many people go down there and come back. And it's very odd. Their faces are extremely neutral. Like even the ones who are talking to you, Xandric, as they're like excitedly asking you questions, you can tell from their tone, their faces still remain like almost completely emotionless as they're speaking.
Okay.
Sort of just like a very peculiarity about them.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose we'll see you later if things go well. Which among you can fight?
They all look at each other. One of them looks at you, Vargil. One of you looks at you, Xandric, starts raising a hand, and then one of their friends grabs it and puts it down.
Yeah.
These are not warriors, Vargal. You can see this.
Not for us. Just there are more of those pathetic fish down the way that we get from. I just take out a couple of my daggers and just kind of hand them out.
We can fight as well as we can, but we won't be able to overpower them. It doesn't matter whether we have those or not.
Very well. And I just put them back. Suit yourself.
We will swim towards the dead place. They aren't journeying there yet, though in a few days they may grow in bravery. Looks down, kind of ashamed.
Is this place you speak of? Is it a place of many tents and huts?
The dead place was where the masters lived, with the surface slaves.
Well, the way that we came from, where the direction you were being led.
Yes, that way.
That way. Oh, very well.
Go over there. We can't get too close, but we'll be safe from them at least.
Yes. Well, there is someone, a friendly little girl. She knows her way around druidic magic. She may be able to help some of you, if any of you are wounded or
look around at each
diseased.
other. I understand.
Yes.
Little girl?
Her name is Tilby. She can turn into creatures. Do strange
Tilby.
things. I'm sorry?
Tilby.
Yes, correct.
We'll look for this Tilby. Thank you.
Yes. I wish you all luck.
Yeah. They nod, and they will depart, begin swimming off. As you guys basically split off from them, you guys continue down this singular tube, leaving all these merfolk behind.
All these lovely ladies.
Oh, these lovely ladies.
Yeah.
You keep continuing on and on and on, and the cavern begins to thin out, becoming only maybe 10 foot wide. And then this sort of 10 foot wide section continues for a while until you reach a dead end. Cavern doesn't stop organically. It doesn't like just sort of peter out or anything. It looks as if a section of it has almost caved in, which would be very odd. And as you sort of like glance back over your shoulder, you see above the tube you've been traveling in, a way back, there is actually like an air pocket. It looks like almost like a little way back, slightly behind you.
Yeah, and I'm gonna like, nudge Xandric and point.
That's odd.
I suppose we should check it out.
Surely. Yes. You first.
Yeah, I'll go up and examine it.
Yeah, I'm right behind him.
Yeah. Where you are, it appears to be this human-made corridor, which just like comes across the top of the sort of cylindrical tube, like intersecting it. There's just this slight, like maybe an inch of water, like spilling out into this hallway. There is at one side, the tunnel looks like it just ends, like there's just a sheer wall, and at the other side there is a door. I will move you over to the map. Here we go. Look at these 2-minute tabletop maps, guys. Look at this. Look at this beautifulness. So yeah, if you swim left, so this is the dead end you're at. If you swim over to the left, you guys should have control over your tokens, I hope.
Yeah. Okay. So.
Yeah. So if you swim over to the left, over here, there is this like corridor which crosses over the this tube. Yeah, and at one side it appears to be basically just this sheer but slightly concave wall, almost, I guess with a modern description, it's almost as if whatever has been 3D printing this corridor just stopped here. And it's like
2-minute table
sheer
top,
flat
guys.
stone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at how beautiful these walls look. No,
The wooden door looks relatively new, but the hem of it is waterlogged and seems to have soaked up a lot of the water that is like just at the inch at the bottom of this the floor of this room. As you step around, Fargo, your feet don't, but Xandric, your feet would make like a splashing noise. Yeah, because there's just like a tiny inch of water. Think Harry Potter in the Chamber of Secrets, where he's like running around that platform, and there's just like the tiny layer of water just at the bottom.
Yeah.
I'll like go up and look.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Do I see anything?
You glance around. You do not see any enemies or anything that would specifically catch your eye.
It's just a little place I can stand.
Yes, it appears to be essentially whoever was. It looks like this is sort of part of a cellar, which maybe got caved in by this tunnel or vice versa.
Yeah.
It was like built
Yeah,
upon, and then when
there are
somebody put
squares.
weight on it, it just like collapsed in. Yeah, they look. It looks to have a bricked floor.
Yeah,
It
so
looks
I
very
look at
man-made.
Xandric. I look at Xandric and just put my hand up like this. And I'm going to start swimming over.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and when you get to here, you have to like pull yourself up over the lip, like you're at the edge of a pool.
Yeah, I'll pull myself up and then I'll just stick my hand down.
Yeah, and as you pull your like head above the water, you notice the air is thinner here, almost as if up to this point you've been breathing soup and like throughout the entirety of the rest of the cave, and the fish-like smell that has almost been pervading you, chasing you throughout your journey, seems to be absent from this space.
Nice.
I grab his arm and this like.
Yeah, it's like fireman grip.
Okay. Well, yeah. This platform we're currently on. This is out of the water at this point.
Yes.
Cool.
So it's just like an inch of water just at the surface. So it will splash when you step, but it appears to be mostly land.
Good
The
shit.
air, it's very dark in here and unlit.
Okay. All right.
But the smell of sulfur remains in this area and seems to cling to the walls.
So I just look at him and I like point at the door.
Yeah, I turn around to it.
Nod over.
Yeah, I'll get up to the door and just kind of rub my hands together. Does it have a latch or
It appears to have a brass handle.
brass handle?
Sorry, a brass, like, circular knob, not a
Oh,
handle.
interesting, a knob. Okay. Yeah,
A
I'm
knob.
going to.
Ooh.
I'm just going to
Ooh.
kind of,
The
just
mermaids. A knob? Where?
dry off my hands a
one of
little
the
bit.
mermaid's head pops up in the water.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
my knob. Grab the knob.
Yep.
Xander's gonna have his way with it, and he's gonna turn it very slowly.
You are surprised to find that the doorknob will completely turn and clicks.
That's really interesting. Okay, is the door?
So it seems to be like open to you, like pushing or pulling it now. It doesn't seem to be locked in any way.
Okay, I will attempt to pull it very gently.
It's a push door.
Got it.
God.
So I'm like,
Got it every time. Yeah.
Got him.
I push
Yeah.
it. I push it out.
Yeah.
Always happens.
Um,
Yep.
The door, despite its new appearance, has an almost unnatural creak to it as it swings open. Maybe perhaps because of you guys being so quiet up till now that just the sound sort of jars you. But also as you open it, the water that's just like in the inch of the floor in this space starts spilling down the hallway, slowly trickling down into the hallway onwards beyond the door. You also hear a voice as soon as the door finishes swinging completely open, almost echoing from the darkness within, saying, "Gark sees you. Hades hounds come to snap at my scabs."
I'll just grab 2 daggers out of my my vestment, have them up in like a ready to stance.
Yeah. Does the voice seem to come from everywhere, or does it have a?
It seems to have an echo to it that makes it almost sourceless.
Okay. Okay. Are we just looking down a single passageway though at the moment?
You are currently looking into darkness. Yes. How far can your
We
dark
both
vision
have
is
60.
So yeah, it's 30 because it's restricted.
Yes.
So you can see like that far, essentially.
Okay.
So yes, as far as you can see, it's just the hallway right now.
Okay. Well, they know we're here, whoever runs this place.
I suppose there's no point in avoiding it then. And I just like start stepping in.
Yeah.
I'm right
You
behind
take a
him.
few steps in and see that the hallway descends into stairs, going downwards.
Interesting.
Well, if they're trapped, we can't do much about it.
No, but there's always a way. At the mention of traps, I'm going to make sure that my eyes of the eagle are set in properly, and I'm just going to start scanning the stairs just before Vargal walks onto them, basically, as we're walking down it.
Roll me an investigation check.
Okay. Do I get advantage?
Okay, boss, I will.
I think that's
Only Pedepsin.
Yeah, I think that's for the minute seeing ones. So no. But yeah, scanning for traps is investigation.
Okay.
But having the eagle eyes on will help, like fluff
Okay.
wise. So
Cool. Investigation.
okay. So as far as you can tell, there are no seams. The stairs seem to be regular stone stairs, trapless. One thing you do notice is that they don't seem to have been carved. You, as a magic user, notice that these are similar to a lot of the other parts where they seem to have been almost like formed, molded from stone.
Okay.
I will move you to here as you're at the top of the stairs.
Ooh. Okay.
as you go down to. So yeah, you're at the top of the stairs. You see at the end of the stairs, right in the darkness, the outline of two similar doors, but this time they're double doors. At the bottom of the staircase.
Okay. Is the staircase this wide?
Yes, it's a very wide staircase.
Nice.
The,
Okay,
the
so
stairs are not that long. They aren't that long, but they are this wide.
Big staircase. Okay. Cool. Well, nowhere to go but forward.
Yeah.
And this is a big door.
Yes, this is a double door. I'm sorry that you can't see it properly on the dynamic lighting.
Yeah, so
That's how the isometric works.
Interesting.
All right, let's get this over with. And I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna try and budge through the doors.
Barge?
Yep.
Yeah, barge.
Sweet.
Again, they are creaky, but apart from that, there is no reaction and no trap. You see before you there is a hallway. It looks almost clinical with how symmetrical and precise everything is. Except at one end of the hallway, it appears that it has been caved in. And across from where you've entered, there is a significantly nicer looking door. A deeper, darker oak with filigree carved into its surface. Its brass handle fancier than the one on this door. And there is another one a little way further down the hallway that is locked with a wooden bar placed across it from the side that you're on. It seems whoever designed this place wanted to keep whatever is in there from getting out rather than whatever is where you are from getting in. So yeah.
Yeah, I just kind of go through and just.
So this is the collapsed one. This is the nice darker oak doors, and then this is the one with the bar across it.
I tire of this.
As do I. As do I. Labyrinths have that way about them. Does the caved in to our right? That's not traversable. It is what I'm imagining.
Yes, it's completely collapsed. Yeah,
Okay.
it's not just like a mound of rubble with like a gap at the top. It's like completely
It's collapsed.
It looks as if it's collapsed, like adjusts like
Slanting.
against you that way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I gotcha. Okay, yeah. Now the barred door, is that like a big stone or iron door?
It is a normal wooden door with a wooden bar placed across it.
Oh, okay.
As you might imagine a tavern might use to lock up from the inside if it wanted to.
Yeah, I gotcha. Wow.
The wood looks new as well, as if it was recently cut.
I don't necessarily consider myself a very lucky man, but if I had to say where to go, probably not the door that is barred on our side.
What if
Unless-
there are more prisoners?
Yes, this is a thought. If you will indulge me, I'm gonna walk up to the wooden filigree door, the very, very nice one.
I'll just stay here.
Okay. Does it have knobs as well?
Yes, the brass handles are engraved with, on one side, a wizard with fire coming out of his hands in a semicircle around an orb, and on the other side, a dragon's head breathing fire around the orb, and the flames going in a very symmetrical, like, pattern. And the wizard's hands are in, like, a very sort of, like, dragon head-like shape,
Very interesting.
engraved into the knob, like the circular doorknob.
Wow. Would I have any, like, the slightest idea whether those engravings are anything other than decoration? Or they could be anything other than
Roll
decoration?
me Arcana.
Okay. Good at dish. Yes, I'm very good at dish.
They appear to be simple decoration.
Well, as far as I can tell, this door is quite mundane.
You look over and you see that Vargul has almost gone entirely out of your vision.
Vargal. Yeah, I'll, like, chase after him.
Yeah.
This is that other door.
You see that the hallway, you begin to see it right at the edge of your vision, that it curves around
Oh.
and leads to another door down here. This one, again, seems very reminiscent of the one that you entered through. The more simple kind of just very new door.
Nice. Very nice. Well, Vargal, what are you thinking?
I just start walking up to this thing.
Okay, that's what you're
Yeah,
thinking.
towards this one.
Very well. Yeah, I'll wait. Just kind of my hands at the ready before me, just rubbing them together. I really hope this is not.
Yeah, I just like lift it up, put the board down on the floor.
Yeah, and it's heavy. You have to do it like both arms.
Okay.
It's like a pretty like thick board, despite just being made of wood.
Yeah. So I'll set it down, and then I will slightly pull the doors open.
Yeah, water starts. You hear trickling in from where the stairs are. Like it's finished trickling down the stairs and is starting to trickle into the room from above. But yeah, you put the like plank down on the side, lean it up against the wall.
Yeah. Yeah, and I just open the door slightly and just and
They
I
open-
look
they
at
open
I
out
look
with
at
it.
Xandric and I just point towards the water sound.
I'll nod my
Yeah,
head.
so you open the door a crack again with this harsh creaking, and we will take our break there.
Nice.
Yeah.
You bastard.
And I will move us just to a different map so that you guys can't move about too much. Move us over to this OG map over here.
Well, I'm not gonna move.
I know. I'm
Covering your
just
bases.
making sure. Yeah,
Covering your
just covering,
bases, yeah.
checking all the boxes, covering all the.